Hey, welcome to week 3 of Grounded and Postpartum. So, whether you're watching this on YouTube or the online community or Instagram, whatever way, I'm glad you're here. So, week 3 is all about mindful expectations. But before I jump into that, I did want to just preview the skill for the week, which is the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 grounding. It can be really helpful whenever you're feeling like anxious or overwhelmed or your thoughts are ruminating to just kind of stop. It's a really good reminder to be where your feet are. So you start by naming 5 things around you that you can see, 4 things that you can touch, 3 things that you can hear, 2 things that you can smell, and 1 thing that you can taste. So again, it's like a quick little like reset to just get you back to where your feet are. And then to jump into mindful expectations, I think that expectations is something that's so important for us to like discover and start unpacking as soon as we like start our parenting journey, because there's so many expectations that are placed on us based off of our culture, social media, society, family members. And I really like this visual that I'll include in the workbook that's part of the community space, but it talks about when the expectations are here and our reality is here, the greater the distance, the greater we are to feel feelings like disappointment, guilt, anxiety. So the trick is really starting to figure out how we can close that gap. So does it mean that maybe I had an expectation of a mom as someone who, makes homemade baby food, but in reality, like that gives me no joy. It stresses me out. So maybe my real reality and my new expectation should be, you know what, it's okay. I buy my baby food and I'm still a good mom. Or expectation of a good mom breastfeeds, right? 100% of the time. But breastfeeding is really, really hard for me and it's not sustainable. Maybe I start introducing formula and shifting our expectation, like, okay, I am a mom who gives my baby formula and I am still a good mom, right? So finding moments like that where we just start looking, whether it's like what we're consuming through like TV or social media or what other people are saying, really kind of just unpacking that and saying, what are the shoulda, coulda, wouldas that are kind of driving my narrative of what a good parent is, a good mom, and does that even align with like where I am in this season, what I care about? Like I can still be a loving, present mom and give my baby formula, give my baby store-bought food. It's okay. You know what I mean? So I think just taking some of that time to journal. In the little workbook, I include some different reflection questions. If you're part of the live group, we'll talk about it too. So I'm really excited just for people to start thinking about what has impacted your expectations of being a mom. And then specifically, there's one topic that I think that a lot of us aren't quite ready to face sometimes, of how before becoming parents, a lot of us are pretty high achieving, productive, like we get our self-worth from all these accolades and successes. And then motherhood or parenthood comes along, and then all of a sudden, like, we don't feel as productive. Or there's this video by Gabor Mate, and it's like it's 2 p.m. in the afternoon and you're still in your pajamas and your hair is a mess. And it really starts to attack our self-worth a little bit, because we are used to like, this is who I am, this is how I get love when I succeed. And especially when you're with a baby, they aren't necessarily saying, thank you, mommy, for breastfeeding me. I love you so much. We don't get that validation. So it really is a time for us to pause and really reflect of like, all right, where am I getting my self-worth from? And maybe I need to adjust like this measuring stick, right? Maybe instead of my self-worth being based off of my children are well behaved, everything goes according to plan, I get everything on my to-do list done, my children are always happy, I breastfeed, like maybe we need to start shifting that and kind of creating a new standard. So was I compassionate today? Did I take care of my needs? Was I present as much as I could be? Did I, spend some time with my spouse like I said I wanted to? Whatever that looks like. And there's a really cool companion guide that's attached to the Motherload book by Erica Josa, which I also included in the workbook. But little things like that, like just re-evaluating what expectations am I placing on myself, are others placing on me, externally, internally, and how can I adjust that so that again, that gap closes and I am more aligned with my reality and the acceptance of this season of like, this is how I'm going to show up and this is the best I can do right now. And that's enough. And I think that is a key to just getting our confidence and our peace back in this season. So I just hope that you all really take this into account, do a little inventory, do a little journaling. I'm really into journaling these days and I'm like, wow, this is so cool. But anywho, tangent. I hope you all take care. And yeah, if you want to access that community space because you're not in the group already, I'll include the link too. All right, take care.